Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and Overwatch 2 is in a great state. I mean, just look at it. Maybe great state isn't the right word. With Season 2 coming out in a couple of days, I figured now would be the best time to talk about the things that need to change for not only Season 2 to succeed, but Overwatch 2 to succeed as a whole. And while everyone's gonna have their own different thoughts of what Overwatch 2 needs to do, whether it's balancing a hero, adding something to skins, or just changing how matchmaking works, I think a lot of the things that I talk about in this video, we all can agree needs to happen. But I still want you to comment down below what you want changed in Season 2, or at least changed in the future for Overwatch 2. Now, the first thing that needs to change in Season 2 is to lower the qualifications for a new rank. Currently, right now, to get a new rank, you have to win either 7 games or lose 20 games, whichever one comes first, and at that point, you get a new rank. You see, the biggest problem with this system is that it feels like a very tedious time sink just to end up at the same rank that you started off in at the beginning of a play session. And the whole idea of the system is to encourage people to continue to play, but what actually happens is the opposite, where they see them end up at the same rank and they don't want to invest any more time. They realize they have to do that all over again with the possibility of just ending up at the same rank. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to invest a whole nother week just to end up at the same exact rank when I could be spending my time watching furry pool. I want to lower the qualifications from 7 wins and 20 losses to 3 wins and 10 losses. This means it gives me less of a time commitment to try to get to a new rank. It keeps the idea of not knowing how many losses out of my head, and it's also less annoying to see you stay at your same rank, because I truly feel like you can win 3 games in one play session, and if you stay at the same rank, which with this new system it'll probably happen more oftentimes than not, it's less annoying because it was less of an investment versus like investing a whole week trying to get those 7 wins. Now, the next thing that Season 2 needs to fix has nothing to do with gameplay, but rather the monetization, which is a huge hot topic that I made tons of videos talking about, but it still needs to be addressed. Blizzard needs to offer more ways to give Overwatch 2 coins to players. I understand that this is a free-to-play game. I understand that you have employees and artists that you need to pay that are bringing these skins and animations and all these cosmetic items into the game, technically for free up until you pay for Overwatch 2 coins, but that doesn't mean that you can't offer small ways at a much more frequent basis to loyal Overwatch 2 players, because the current system right now, the only way that you can earn Overwatch 2 coins is by completing your weekly challenges. And you want to know how many coins you get for completing weekly challenges? 60! So at the end of a season, which is about 9 weeks or so, you get 540 Overwatch 2 coins. That's not enough to even buy the battle pass. So here's a simple solution. How about instead of only offering a total of 60 Overwatch 2 coins, each weekly challenge that you complete with a max of 3 weekly challenges to complete, you give a player 40 Overwatch 2 coins. That means if you complete all 9 weekly challenges at the end of the season, you should end up with 1,080 Overwatch 2 coins, enough to buy the next season battle pass, and then you continue on that trend where you complete every weekly challenge and you get the next battle pass. Now, some people don't like that idea, like if that seems way too grindy, which is kind of the whole point of this, is to incentivize you to play, and that way you get rewarded and get free currency. What if we flip the reward of Overwatch 2 coins onto daily challenges, where once per week, and only once per week, if you complete all 3 of your daily challenges on one day, you can earn 120 Overwatch 2 coins. It's kind of the same idea that I suggested with weekly challenges, but now just a little less grindy because you only can complete 3 daily challenges once per week. And the only reason why I suggest challenges involving Overwatch 2 coins being rewarded is because that system's already in place. Lots of people suggest having the battle pass have currency, and yeah, they could easily replace some of the voice lines with 100 Overwatch 2 coins, but for some reason, Blizzard doesn't want to do the Fortnite route. Now let's go back to the gameplay aspect of Overwatch 2 and talk about the next thing that Season 2 needs to fix. And this thing is something that I never understood why Overwatch 2 has had, but they need to get rid of it, and that is map rotations. If someone can please let me know in the comments down below why Blizzard does this, like why have maps come in and out of rotation for competitive, I would love to know, because when it comes to making maps, in my personal opinion, I feel like most of the maps are really good in the game, to the point where I don't really hate any single map to the point where it needs to be rotated out. But that's the thing though, is that when it gets rotated in, if there is a map that I hate and it gets rotated rotated in, we're gonna be playing it a lot more because you're taking maps out of rotation, which means the percentage of maps that we all hate are being played more often. And I'm seeing that a lot happen with push maps. Now, me personally, I like push, but I see people absolutely dog on push to the point where they want 2CP to come back. And now that 2CP is no longer a game mode that's in rotation, we're starting to see push played a lot. And sometimes you could even have something like a map like Junkertown be played one game after like 2 or 3 maps. And I don't know about you guys, but I played Junkertown like an ungodly amount in season 1. And actually, that's probably the map I hate the most because it's just way too open. It's too inviting for snipers, and I get out-diffed by the other Widowmaker because I'm not good at Widowmaker on keyboard and mouse right now. So it's just, bring back all the maps. Just do it. Like, I don't know why they pour all their time and effort into making the maps just to have them come out of rotation. No, have all the maps in the game, please. Now, this next thing that Season 2 needs to fix is something that I can't offer a solution other than just fix it, Blizzard. And that is make better matchmaking and team balancing in competitive. I feel like I'm complaining a lot about competitive. This affects everybody, whether you're in top 500 GM playing with diamond players or you're bronze playing with gold players. Everybody has had that issue before where you're playing with players that don't belong at your rank, whether they're too high of a level or too low of a level. And this is honestly a problem that is way too complex for me to explain and for me to even understand because it's very algorithm based. And that took me a long time to say, algorithm based. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with a lot of quote-unquote new players coming into Overwatch 2 that aren't technically new, but they played Overwatch 1 back in 2016 and 2017. They got into Masters and GM, and they're getting placed at like maybe Diamond, and they still don't even belong at that rank because they haven't played in 4 years, but you know, they can't place them in Silver because they're still gonna dog on them. I think that's the only reason as to why this is happening, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating for people that have been playing Overwatch for 4, 5 plus years. Even if that means making me wait 1 to 2 more minutes to find a much more balanced game, I'm willing to do that. Now, obviously, it's not just as simple as that. Like, yeah, just give me more time to find a more balanced game. Again, it's very complex and algorithm based. Why can't I say that? But it just needs to happen because everybody's complaining about it. Golds don't want to be playing with diamonds, and bronze don't want to be playing with grand. Okay, bronze aren't playing with grandmaster. That was a bug earlier on the season, but they really need to fix the matchmaking and the balancing for teams because it just ain't itchy. And the last and final thing that they need to fix in Season 2 is to be more transparent of where you're at in ranked, whether it's with your actual rank, with your win-loss, or just something. Something needs to change because a lot of the time I even forget what rank that I'm at because they've done such a good job at hiding it from me. Now, truth be told, this was intentional. Blizzard wanted to make it a less toxic experience, but also a less stressful experience even for yourself. That's why they hid your rank away on your own screen underneath your border or at the beginning of the competitive matchup. The whole point of competitive is to reward play or make them feel like they're working towards something, and the reward is seeing their rank go up and up and up. And again, maybe the idea behind this is so that you don't see it go down and down and down and be very stressful to where you're taking out your frustration on your teammates. Or is that just me who does that? Even something as simple as just adding your rank icon underneath your own border can make all the difference of making competitive a little bit more enjoyable experience because you could see where yourself is at. Because right now, competitive just seems very just dark. And I don't mean it in the sense of like scary, just very like literally, I don't understand how competitive is working. And a lot of it just needs to be fixed because a lot of the time, like I just feel like Overwatch took away a lot of features that was already in Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2. Like we could even just talk about something as simple as the options screen on the main menu. There's just so many things that need to be changed in Season 2 or Season 3, Season 4 that just need to be addressed and needs to be fixed. And Blizzard, they've been doing a much better job at being transparent, communicating with us, but they just, I don't know, man. More just needs to be done. And I appreciate the effort that Blizzard is putting in to try to fix some of this, and hopefully they will continue that effort because, well, that's just how Overwatch continues to live and thrive, is by listening to the community, making changes, and succeeding. But until that happens, the success of Overwatch 2 will continue to be in question for the near future. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Again, let me know what you think needs to be changed in Season 2 and in the future of Overwatch 2, and I'll see you guys later. I love you guys, and bye.